What's up? What's up? Back with Darjeeling. This is spring moonbeam. Sweet, kind of spicy, you know. Typical Darjeeling. Definitely some like grape flavor, and the spiciness is kind of peppery, you know, kind of peppery. I really like it. I'm expecting this one to be more in the spinach realm than the sweet realm, but we'll see. This is the cold brew, fairly green. Looks really good though, as far as the quality of the leaf. Not a lot of broken leaves in here. Got a few leaves coming out. Not a huge amount. Does seem to be not a very strong tea. You can see that color. Looks really pretty. Very clean, very translucent. Wow. So I really like the cold brew. It's it has a slight bit of bitterness. Definitely that Darjeeling sweetness that I like. And again, the peppery spiciness is kind of on the back end. This one is a bit stronger than the Spring Royale that I've been drinking over the years. I think Spring Royale is a bit lighter. This one is definitely not darker, just stronger, maybe, you know. But I do like it. It's pretty good. All right. Now with the hot brew, I'm going to. This is 5 grams and 5 grams, by the way. At least I did my very best to measure out 5 and 5. I don't know if you can see those leaves. Really pretty leaves. Yeah, really pretty leaves. Gonna rinse this real quick. And with these Darjeelings, I definitely don't want to spend too much time on the rinse. These are delicate leaves, and so definitely don't need much. And it's very clean, very good quality too, so I don't really feel the need to do a stringent cleaning, but it's really woken up the leaves, and they're really a vibrant green now. Really pretty. So again, you know, I can't say it enough. It just right down the center as far as a Darjeeling goes. Definitely that kind of musky sweetness, and I don't have much more than that, honestly. I don't really smell the spice or the pepperiness on the wet leaf. It's really sweet though. I like it. All right, and See, this is near boiling water. And I'm going to let this steep as long as I can take it. Like I said, it doesn't seem to be a very bitter tea. It is a bit stronger than some of the other Darjeelings I've had, but I think this tea can take it. And so I'm gonna do this one really hot, steep it really long, and then I'll cool the water for the next infusion, just to see what, if any, differences we get. I think that's long enough. Oh, those leaves are really opened up now. Really opened up. Nice, pretty green. Looks like art. Yeah. Yeah, for me, nothing really stands out about this one. Just a typical First Flush Darjeeling. Really sweet, sort of a grape flavor. Not a green grape, but sort of like a red grape. Dark red grape. I finally saw a picture of a Muscat grape, and they are actually green, which I imagine if there is going to be a huge difference between a typical green grape and a Muscat grape, it has to be that the Muscat grape is of a much darker flavor than a typical green grape. It's not as much citrus, and so I think that's right in line with what I've experienced with the Darjeelings. So I got this at 125. Let's see if I can get it up to 140. Definitely feels like 140. Where are we at? All right, 136 is good enough. All right, let's see what this hot brew. Again, fairly clean liquor, translucent. Not a lot of activity. There is some though, not a lot. Still need to cool a little bit. Yeah, the pepperiness, the spiciness is not there. I'm just getting that Darjeeling sweetness. Very, very mellow, very easygoing. Very straightforward, very, very simple. I have a feeling if I used more leaf with this boiling hot water, I may get a different experience. because it does seem a bit weak, but I think that this particular tea is exactly what I think it is in this brew, even though, like I say, it's probably a bit more water than what I needed. Still very, like I said, straight down the middle, Darjeeling sweetness, very smooth, no bitterness at all. And yeah, just a really good tea, a really good example of what a Darjeeling First Flush is. All right, so cooler temperatures, and I'm gonna try to use as little water as possible with this one, and I'm going to steep it a bit longer. My expectations is that we're going to get something closer to what the cold brew is. I'm going to get a little bit more of this cold brew while I wait. All right. No strainer needed. Yeah, definitely a stronger brew, and it's been 48 hours in the fridge too. So, but still, like I said, right down the line, Darjeeling First Flush sweetness, but the cold brew, like I said, does have that back end strength on it, where it's just like, ugh, you know, like it's a little something more, you know. Which is good in my book. Like I say, it's slight bitterness, more on the aftertaste, but I do have to say it is the bitterness that I prefer, which is the bitterness that hits the sides, the undersides of your tongue. It's a little bit on the back of the tongue, a little bit, but I really like that. I really like that bitterness. All right, so this has been steeping now for, I don't know, it's gotta be a minute by now, right? It's gotta be. Not a lot of water, cooler temperature, but still hot. Long steep time, plus agitation. Let's see what we get. Vibrant green. This time, lots of material in the glass, and of course, you know, partly is agitation. The other part is that I've now had these teas packed away for 6 months or more, so a lot of rolling around in the bag for these teas at this point. But the quality of the leaf looks really good. It really does. Like I said, I'm sure there are some broken pieces just because of my handling of it. But really nice quality leaves. And I really love the smell on these Darjeelings. It's a very perfumed scent. You know, if I didn't know any better, if I was maybe smelling this for the first time, like I've never smelled a Darjeeling before, I may think that it's scented somehow, you know, very perfumey, sweet aroma. So again, liquor is fairly clean, but there is quite a bit of material in the liquor here. But this is also the second steeping, so maybe you know, after a few more steepings, that goes away. But So the strength is still not there, but it is a bit different than the boiling hot water, the first infusion. This one is darker, but more subdued, which is interesting. It's not a stronger flavor, but a darker flavor. Still the same flavor though. It's still, that Darjeeling sweetness, no pepperiness, no bitterness, no astringency really to speak of. It's drying my mouth just a little bit. But very soft, very soft, very palatable. This tea, in my opinion, is a quintessential Darjeeling First Flush Black. I'm losing the camera here. Quintessential, meaning that for a first time tea drinker, I definitely recommend this. For someone who is new to Darjeelings and you want to give them an example of what a Darjeeling is, this one is it. And then for those who are fans of Darjeelings, as I am, I think this is a really good one as well. So I still have more Darjeelings to go. At this point, I don't remember how many more I have. But I feel that I am getting very close to finding my Darjeeling, right? So excited about that. I think by the time I do come to some resolution on what that is, it'll be time for spring picking 2023. And I think that's okay for me, So these are 2022s. And so that means that I've spent the entire season, right, sampling Darjeelings, and I'm happy about that. And then in 2023, I think I then will be ready to choose my Darjeeling, and then we can move on to other things.